Welcome back to Grammar Grade 9. This is Unit 4, Lesson 31, and today we're hunting for something that pretends to be a sentence but isn't quite one, the sentence fragment. A fragment is a piece of a sentence that got left on its own, and it always leaves your reader waiting for something more. Once you learn the 3 ways a fragment comes up short, you'll catch them every time. Let's dig in. Before we can spot what's broken, let's be sure of what whole looks like. A complete sentence needs 3 things every single time. First, it needs a subject. That's who or what the sentence is about. Second, it needs a verb, the word that tells what the subject does, or simply what it is. And third, once you put those together, they have to express a complete thought, an idea that can stand on its own 2 feet. Miss any one of those 3, and what you're left with is a fragment. Here's the first way a sentence comes up short. It's missing its subject. Look at this. Sketched the bridge at dawn. Read it slowly. There's clearly an action there, sketched, and there's even a picture of the bridge and the time of day. But something is missing. Who did the sketching? The whole group of words gives us an action with no actor behind it. There's no subject anywhere in it, and without a subject, this can't be a sentence. It's a fragment. The second way is the mirror image of the first. This time, the verb is missing. Take this one. The old clock on the mantle. Now here, we do have a subject. The clock is clearly what we're talking about. But then the words just trail off. What about the clock? Does it tick? Does it stop? Does it chime? We never find out because there's no verb here. It names a thing, but has it do nothing. So it leaves us hanging. With no verb, this is only a fragment. The third kind is the sneakiest because it actually has a subject and a verb, yet it's still a fragment. It's a subordinate clause standing all by itself. Listen to these. Because the river rose overnight. When the lantern flickered. Which surprised the whole town. Each of those has a subject and a verb hiding inside it, so your ear almost accepts them. But that opening word, because, when, which, makes a promise it never keeps. Every one of them leaves you waiting for more, waiting for the main idea that's supposed to follow. On its own, a subordinate clause simply cannot stand alone. So how do we fix a fragment? For the first 2 kinds, the repair is wonderfully simple. You just add the missing subject or verb. Take our fragment, sketched the bridge at dawn. The problem was that nobody was doing the sketching, so we ask, who sketched? And we add a subject to answer it. The architect sketched the bridge at dawn. Now there's a subject and a verb and a complete thought, and it stands up perfectly. The same trick fixes a missing verb. You just drop in the piece that was missing. The subordinate clause fragment needs a slightly different fix. You can't just add a word because it already has a subject and a verb. What it's missing is the main idea it was promising. So you attach it to a complete sentence. Start with the fragment. Because the river rose overnight. It's true, but then what happened? We answer that by giving it a main clause to finish the thought. Because the river rose, we moved the tense uphill. Now the clause has a main idea to lean on, and the whole sentence is complete. Notice the comma, too, that joins them when the clause comes first. Let's boil the whole lesson down to a quick check you can run on any group of words. Step 1. Is there a subject? Who or what is this about? Step 2. Is there a verb? What does that subject do or is? And step 3. Does the whole thing stand on its own? Or does an opening word like because or when make it lean on more? If you answer no to any one of those 3 questions, you're looking at a fragment, and now you know exactly how to repair it. Let's practice. In this first set, I'll show you a group of words, and you decide. Is it a complete sentence or just a fragment? Check for a subject, a verb, and a complete thought. Pause the video and try each one before I reveal the answer. The violinist tuned her strings. Let's run the check. Is there a subject? Yes, the violinist. Is there a verb? Yes, tuned. And it expresses a whole finished thought. So this one is a complete sentence. Raced across the finish line. There's a verb here, raced, and we can even see where it happened. But ask the key question. Who raced? Nobody is named. With no subject, this is missing one of its 3 parts, so it's a fragment. Although the museum closed early. This one has a subject, the museum, and a verb, closed, so it's tempting to call it complete. But that opening word, although, makes it a subordinate clause, and it leaves us waiting for the rest. On its own, it's a fragment. Now each of these is a fragment. Your job is to decide the best way to fix it. Does it need a subject? Does it need a verb? Or is it a subordinate clause that must attach to a main clause? Pause and try each before I answer. Painted the fence a bright blue. There's a strong verb here, painted, but no one is doing it. Who painted the fence? To fix this, we supply the missing subject, something like, the neighbors painted the fence. So the fix is to add a subject. The lantern in the corner of the tent. This time we have a clear subject, the lantern, but it isn't doing anything at all. What did the lantern do? We need a verb, say, the lantern glowed. So the fix here is to add a verb. When the power finally returned. This clause already has a subject, the power, and a verb, returned. So adding words won't help. The trouble is that opening when, which leaves it dangling. We fix it by attaching it to a main clause. When the power finally returned, we cheered. So the answer is attach it to a main clause. Let's gather everything up. A sentence fragment is an incomplete sentence, and it comes up short in one of 3 ways. It lacks a subject, it lacks a verb, or it's a subordinate clause left standing all alone. When the subject or verb is missing, the fix is easy. You just add the piece that isn't there. And when it's a subordinate clause, you attach it to a complete main clause, so it finally has an idea to lean on. Run that quick 3-part check. Subject, verb, complete thought. And no fragment will ever slip past you again. I'll see you in the next lesson.